Good insert time of day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cal, and we are 3 out of 5 videos into the year-end list series. And today, we are doing something a bit different than the other ones. Today, we are counting down my top 10 concert performances of 2025. So for this video, I'm specifically doing individual band performances. Mostly ones that stood out to me over the course of the year. And all these concerts occurred between the 8th of May and the 21st of November. And spoiler alert, a lot of these bands came from ProgPower, but I digress. Anyway, with that being said, let us begin. Before we get on to the actual list, I wanted to include Maastricht as an honorable mention because of their unique performance at ProgPower this year. As many of you know, I got to see them make their US debut, and even in spite of their bad sound issues, they were really good. And I think, if memory serves me correct, they played almost their entire new album, except for the last track, because it's 18 minutes long. But other than that, this was a really great performance. I really liked Fabio's interactions with the crowd. I liked Guilherme's guitar solos, and I really liked what Renato and Heitor were doing as the rhythm section. If you get the chance to see Maastricht live, definitely take it, because they are really good. I highly recommend it. Now, on to the list. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have Seven Kingdoms. So this footage is from when I saw them with Blind Guardian, but I'm picking the time I saw them with Epica, because in my opinion, that was better, and they still put on a killer show. They did, I think it was a few more songs than the Blind Guardian show, but it was absolutely incredible. Like, my dad had never heard a Seven Kingdoms song in his life. Then we saw them live, and he became an enormous fan. And yes, as many of you know, I did meet Seven Kingdoms not once, but twice, including at the Blind Guardian show. Either way, you know what I'm saying. Definitely go see this band live. They are absolutely incredible, and I highly, highly recommend it. At number 9, the award for Surprise Band of ProgPower USA 2025 goes to Sometime in February. This was really cool. As many of you know, I had never heard of these guys until I saw them appear on the lineup for ProgPower after Timic dropped off, and they were so good. I was very, very pleasantly surprised by how good this band was, and I think there's a reason Paul Wagner and Tommy Giles chose Tristan to tour between the Buried and Me and Dusty's absence, because he was so good. Highly recommend you check these guys out. They are absolutely incredible live, and they put on an amazing show. And yes, Where Mountains Hide was an absolutely incredible album. I highly recommend you give that album a listen, because it is so good. At number 8, another US debut, and one I easily could not leave off. Cemetery Skyline. This was an amazing set. For a band who only has one album, one other single, which is a cover of a Celine Dion song, and who is also a collection of melodic death metal and black metal musicians performing goth rock, this made the show all the more amazing, and I cannot stress how much I love this band. They were absolutely incredible. Marcus Van Halla on guitars, Victor Brand on bass, Vesaranta on drums, there we go. Santeri Kaleo on keyboards, which, as many of you know, I have that Amorphous album very high on my year-end list for melodic death metal, and Michael Stan of Dark Tranquility. Yeah, this was just an absolutely incredible set. Highly recommend you check out Cemetery Skyline, because they are absolutely amazing. They will be appearing on 70,000 Tons of Metal in January, so definitely go see them there if you're going to be on the boat. They are absolutely incredible. At number 7, Sonata Arctica. Yeah, you all knew this was going to be there because how much I raved about their set. This one was very, very cool because this was their first time playing ProgPower since 2007 when they last headlined. And this was all old school except for the first 2 songs. But it was absolutely incredible getting to see this band live for the first time. And my friends and I, we were just dancing, singing along. It was absolutely incredible. There was one moment during the beginning of Replica where several people were holding up their phone lights, and I did the same thing, and then Tony looks over me. He gives me this wink that basically says, "Yeah, you know what's going on." And I just decide, you know what, I'm putting up the horns. This is just so good. And yeah, as you can probably tell, I had an absolutely amazing time. It was so much fun getting to sing along with a lot of these classic songs, and I highly recommend you check out Sonata Arctica because they are so good. Definitely see this band live. Number 6, Metallica. Yes, I saw Metallica live this year. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium, no less. That is a crazy place to hold concerts, but hey, it worked so well for them. They really played into the just enormity of the venue behind them, and sadly I don't have any videos, so this picture will have to suffice. Either way, it was absolutely incredible getting to see this band live. This is a Christmas present from my dad that he got me last year, and I cannot stress how much I loved this show. And it's crazy to think that James Hetfield is 62 years old and he can still croon like an old blues singer. I mean, that has to be a personal achievement for him right there. And if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, definitely go see Metallica live. Throw whatever opinions you have of the later career albums out the window. They are just so good live. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Metallica are awesome. Number 5, Epica. Yes, I can already hear some of you typing in the comments. Epica over Metallica? What is this poser doing? Well, this poser has his own musical tastes, and you should respect them. Once again, a show I saw with my dad, and once again, a band who absolutely blew it out of the water. This was so good. I cannot underestimate how amazing Epica were live. Now, during this show, their bassist, Rob, was back in the Netherlands because he was unfortunately ill and he had to miss out on the tour, but the rest of the band did absolutely amazing. Of course, Simone Simmons, what a voice, and Mark is still growling his guts out, so I'm surprised he hasn't lost his voice yet. Sorry, Mark, if you're watching this. But yeah, this was an absolutely incredible show. Definitely go see Epica live, and definitely listen to their new album, A Spiral. I'm going to spoil this for you right now. It is also on my year-end list. It is very high up. At number 4, we have Symphony X. This one was one that blew me out of the water. This was my first time seeing them, and like I said in my ProgPower video, I can't believe it has taken me almost 20 years to see this band live, but they did it so good. And like Sonata Arctica, this was an entirely old school set, because this was their 30th anniversary tour. Ironically, Sonata Arctica was opening for them on said tour, but they put on an absolutely incredible performance. Of course, Russell Allen's still hitting those high notes. He is halfway to 60 right now, which is absolutely incredible. And of course, Michael Romeo can still kill it on the guitars. And yes, there was not a shut house when they played like Evolution, Set the World on Fire, all the classic stuff. In fact, they opened their set with the first for the first 4 songs off of the Divine Wings of Tragedy album. And that should set the tone for how wonderful this show was. Definitely recommend you go and see Symphony X live. They are absolutely incredible. At number 3, the award for the Best Surprise Band goes to November's Doom. And like I said in my ProgPower video, all I can say is, wow. This might have been one of the greatest performances of ProgPower, maybe even top 5 for me. Yeah, I thought these guys did better than Vola. That should go to show you how much I love this set. Paul Kerr was absolutely incredible, switching from just harrowing harsh vocals to his more melancholic enchanting cleans, and of course Larry doing absolutely incredible on the guitar, helping out with the clean vocals. And I just cannot underestimate how good this band is. And they actually live debuted, or just debuted in general, 2 songs off of their new album, Major Arcana, which, yes, do check that album out. It's very good, and I highly recommend you listen to it. But yeah, go see November's Doom live. They are absolutely incredible. In fact, Shameless plug here. They will be appearing at Maryland Death Fest next year, opening or headlining rather one of the stages. I don't remember exactly which one, but if you go to Maryland Death Fest next year, go and see November's Doom. They are so good. At number 2, and no surprises here, Orden Ogan. This was one of my favorite sets of ProgPower USA, bar none. In fact, little known bit of trivia, these guys were the sole reason I went to the festival. Yes, you heard that right. I went to ProgPower USA this year just to see Orden Ogan. And I left wanting to go back next year, which, yes, I am still doing that. But these guys did an incredible job. They performed so well. As many of you know, Zabe wound up getting sick, so we had to miss out. And they did so good in his absence. And yes, as you can probably see, the guitar case Zabe is in the background. And all the jokes that they made were absolutely hilarious. Yes, I was singing along to every lyric and every song, which, much to the chagrin of my friends who were not singing along, and they had to hear me almost blow my voice out by the end of the night. Yeah, this was just an awesome set. Highly, highly recommend you go and see Orden Ogan. They already have a lot of shows booked for next year across Europe. If you're going to any one of the festivals they're going to be at next year, do not miss your opportunity to see this band live. They are so good. And yes, if you haven't heard the news already, they are working on a new album to be released in January of 2027. I am super hyped for that. And now at number 1, and as you've probably seen, there is one band missing from my whole list, and there's no other place that they should be. My favorite concert of 2025 was Blind Guardian. I cannot stress how magical this show was, because I went into this expecting just a casual kind of performance. I was proven so wrong. This was so good. Us metalheads know that there is no greater sound in existence than hearing almost 500 metalheads singing along to Nightfall, Quest for Tanalorn, and of course, the Bard's Song. This was a wonderful set, and as many of you know, on their US tour this year, Blind Guardian performed the album Somewhere Far Beyond in its entirety, and it made for an absolutely wonderful, wonderful show. In fact, out of our entire ProgPower group, I think it was me and one of my other friends who saw them this year, because for several of my friends, the show in New York City, which is the closest city to where they live, that had a Blind Guardian tour stop, actually sold out, which, if you guys are watching this, I hate to brag, but you missed out on such a wonderful show. I highly, highly recommend you see this band live if they ever come to your neck of the woods. You will not regret it for one single second. Also, let this sink in, dear viewer. Hansi turns 60 next year. 60! And he still has his 90s era voice. Give this man a round of applause. So, we have reached the end. This list was a lot of fun to make and also really hard to narrate, as you can probably tell from some of the vocal takes. Anyway, stay tuned for December 26th when I release my long list of honorable mentions. And until that day comes, if you guys like what you saw, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, because I do stuff like this mostly all the time. I don't really know what else there's to say, so until next time, everybody, my name is Cal, and I will catch you trackside. Have a wonderful night.